At 40 years old, when most footballers are long retired, Cristiano Ronaldo is still shocking the world. But the truth behind his unstoppable performance, his mindset, and the secret routines that keep him dominating the game, no one is talking about it. Today, we uncover what the cameras never show. When most footballers reach their late 30s, the conversation around them is usually about decline, reduced pace, weakened stamina, and loss of explosiveness. But Cristiano Ronaldo has done something almost unheard of in modern football. He has trained his body to evolve, not decline as time passes. His journey from a skinny teenager at Sporting Lisbon to a powerful, perfectly conditioned athlete at 40 is not just a transformation, it is a case study in human potential. To understand how Ronaldo is still performing at a world-class level at an age where 99% of players have retired, we need to break down the evolution of his body. This is not a simple story of he trains harder. It is a story of science, discipline, intelligence, and long-term planning. Ronaldo didn't just build muscles. He built a body designed for football longevity. When he joined Manchester United in 2003, Ronaldo weighed barely 67 kg. He was quick, agile, and full of footwork wizardry. But he lacked strength. The Premier League was physical, brutal, and unforgiving. Ronaldo learned early that talent alone wouldn't be enough. He needed a body that could survive tackles, sprint repeatedly, and maintain power through 90 minutes. Over the years, he increased his weight to around 83 kg. But every bit of that weight was functional football-specific muscle. Instead of bulking randomly, he built lean muscle, ensuring that he stayed explosive without slowing down. At Real Madrid, this transformation became legendary. Ronaldo's body fat percentage dropped to 6-7%, a level usually seen in elite sprinters and Olympic athletes. But staying lean wasn't enough. He needed a balance between speed, power, and endurance. That balance became his secret formula. His physique wasn't just about looks. It was built with precision. He worked with fitness coaches, physiotherapists, nutritionists, and sleep experts to develop a training system tailored to his needs. Fast forward to today, 40 years old, and Ronaldo's body fat percentage is still around 7%, and his muscle percentage remains close to 50%. That is practically unheard of for a footballer his age. Most players lose strength in their legs by the time they hit mid-30s. They lose speed, explosiveness, and reaction time. Ronaldo didn't allow that to happen. He shifted his focus from raw sprinting speed to short, burst acceleration, vertical jumping power, and upper body strength, all essential for the role he plays now. One of the biggest evolutions in his physical approach came when he realized he no longer needed to dribble past 6 defenders like he did at Manchester United. Instead, he refined his game to focus on finishing, positioning, timing, and aerial dominance. This allowed him to reduce energy waste and rely more on strength, precision, and football intelligence. It wasn't about being the fastest, it was about being the smartest. His body evolved for efficiency, not flash. What most people don't know is that Ronaldo's training today is not harder, it's smarter. He doesn't spend hours lifting heavy weights or running long distances. Instead, he focuses on micro sessions, short, intense workouts that maximize muscle activation without causing excessive fatigue or injury. His training routines involve explosive jumps, sprint intervals, agility ladders, and core strength circuits. He works specifically on muscle groups that decline fastest with age: hamstrings, glutes, calves, and lower back. His goal is simple: keep the muscle fibers responsive, explosive, and youthful. Age slows everyone, but Ronaldo slowed that decline by preparing years in advance. This didn't start at 35. It started when he was 25. He saw the future before anyone else. While others trained for the next season, Ronaldo trained for the next 20 years. Another part of his physical evolution is injury prevention. While many players slow down due to chronic injuries, Ronaldo drastically reduced his injury risk by strengthening stabilizer muscles, improving flexibility, and prioritizing recovery, something very few players take seriously. His biomechanics was studied and adjusted over time. His running form was improved. His force distribution during jumping was analyzed. This type of scientific athletic engineering is normally done for Olympic athletes, not footballers. The final part of his evolution is something even more impressive. He has maintained motivation. It's easy to train hard at 18. But at 40, after winning everything, after breaking every record, most players lose hunger. Their bodies decline primarily because their minds give up. But Ronaldo's obsession with greatness kept him pushing physical limits long after others retired. This is why at 40, Cristiano Ronaldo is not a normal footballer. He is a phenomenon, a human experiment that proves what discipline, science, and long-term focus can achieve. His body doesn't represent age, it represents commitment. And that commitment is the foundation of his longevity. Ronaldo didn't escape aging, he outsmarted it. 2. The hidden recovery routine, the secret behind his longevity. Now let's uncover the part of Ronaldo's greatness that very few people understand. His recovery routine. Fans admire his muscles, his speed, his powerful shots, and his spectacular goals. But what truly separates Ronaldo from every other footballer of his generation is not what he does in training. It is what he does after training. Recovery is the invisible side of elite performance, and no athlete in modern football has mastered it like Cristiano Ronaldo. At 40 years old, the body does not bounce back like it used to. Muscles take longer to repair, joints take longer to reset, and injuries become more common. Most players retire not because they lose skill, but because their bodies can no longer endure the weekly training load and match intensity. Ronaldo understood this earlier than anyone. He realized that if he wanted to play into his late 30s or even 40s, he needed a world-class recovery system. And that is exactly what he built. Let's break it down. The cryotherapy chamber. The Ice Age advantage. Ronaldo has a cold therapy chamber installed in his home, a technology used mostly by Olympic sprinters and UFC fighters. In this chamber, his body is exposed to temperatures as low as 140 degrees C. The session lasts just 2 or 3 minutes but triggers powerful effects, reduces inflammation, speeds up muscle healing, increases blood circulation, improves sleep quality, boosts recovery hormones. This single tool allows Ronaldo to recover from matches faster than players 15 years younger. Sleep, the most important part of recovery. Ronaldo doesn't sleep like normal people. His sleep is managed like a scientific project. He sleeps 5-6 times a day in short cycles. Each cycle lasts 90 minutes. He uses a controlled room temperature. He avoids screens before sleep. This method of polyphasic sleep ensures his body stays in perfect repair mode throughout the day. Most players sleep once, recover slowly, and wake up tired. Ronaldo sleeps in cycles, recovers constantly, and stays fully recharged. Hydration and micronutrition, and Ronaldo follows a strict hydration protocol. He drinks water continuously through the day, not too much at once, not too little, always balanced. During training and matches, he replenishes electrolytes, minerals, and vitamins immediately. His meals are also recovery-focused, high-protein fast, digesting carbs, lean fish, fresh vegetables, zero sugar, no junk food, no alcohol, and most importantly, he eats small meals every 3 hours to maximize metabolic efficiency. Physiotherapy and manual muscle care. Ronaldo receives daily physiotherapy, not when he is injured, but to prevent injury. His physios work on tight muscle, scar tissue, joint alignment, tendon stress, flexibility. This is why he rarely suffers long-term injuries. His muscles stay elastic and strong, not stiff and fatigued. Ice baths and warm water alternation. Ronaldo often uses the hot-cold contrast to stimulate muscular recovery. This technique forces blood vessels to expand and contract, flushing out toxins and reducing soreness. It's one of the oldest and most effective recovery methods, yet few players use it consistently. Ronaldo uses it daily. Stretching and mobility. At 40, flexibility becomes more important than strength. Ronaldo's stretching routine is inspired by gymnastics and martial arts, hip mobility, core rotation, hamstring, flexibility, back stability. This allows him to jump high, move freely, and avoid muscle tears. Micro training sessions. Instead of exhausting himself with 3-hour workouts, Ronaldo performs short sessions multiple times a day. These sessions keep his muscles active, prevent stiffness, improve explosiveness, reduce fatigue accumulation. It is more efficient and much safer for an aging athlete. Modern sports science proves this, but Ronaldo was doing it long before it became popular. Mental recovery. Ronaldo avoids stress, avoids nightlife, and avoids anything that disrupts mental clarity. He maintains emotional stability through structured daily routine, family time, limited distractions, visualization techniques, pre-match mental programming. A calm mind recovers faster than a stressed mind. Sunlight, oxygen, and outdoor recovery. Ronaldo often does low-intensity walking, jogging, or breathing outside, not for fitness but for recovery. Fresh oxygen increases blood flow and accelerates healing. Why this recovery system matters? Ronaldo's recovery system is not for show. It is the reason he can still Sprint, jump, shoot with power play 90 minutes, avoid major injuries, train consistently, perform at a world-class level at 40. Most players decline because they do not allow their bodies to heal. Ronaldo is different. He treats recovery as the foundation of greatness. This is the truth nobody talks about. This is why Cristiano Ronaldo continues to defy age. Most people admire Cristiano Ronaldo for his goals, his records, and his athletic ability. But if you remove everything, the fame, the money, the trophies, there is one thing that remains untouched, unbreakable, and undefeated: his mindset. Ronaldo's mental discipline is the single most important ingredient in his success. It is what kept him climbing when the world doubted him. It is what pushed him to train harder when others were celebrating. It is the reason he is still performing at 40 while players younger than him are retiring due to loss of motivation. The world sees the finished product, the goals, the celebrations, the trophies, but they rarely see the internal fire that powers him. To truly understand Ronaldo's greatness, you must understand his mind. The born with nothing, built from pain, Ronaldo grew up in Madeira in a small house, humble family, no luxury, no special privilege. Many athletes come from comfort. Ronaldo came from struggle. That struggle shaped him. From a young age, he believed he had to become something extraordinary, not because he wanted fame, but because he wanted to escape the life he was born into. He cried after losing. He trained alone. He worked harder than anyone else because he knew hard work was the only thing he truly owned. This mentality remained with him forever. To obsession, not motivation. Most players rely on motivation. Motivation comes and goes. But Ronaldo is driven by obsession. Obsession is 24/7. It never rests. He doesn't train because he feels like it. He trains because he refuses to be average. He became obsessed with being fitter, being stronger, being faster, being mentally stronger than every opponent, becoming the best version of himself. Obsession is why he outlasts others. And unlike many players who relax after achieving fame, Ronaldo uses success as fuel. He wants more, more, more. Self-belief that seems unreal to others. Many people mistake Ronaldo's confidence for arrogance. But the truth is far deeper. He built his confidence by proving himself every single day for 20 fun years. You cannot win 5 Ballon d'Ors, 800+ career goals, Champions League titles in 3 countries, Euro Cup, Afro Nations League, records that may never be broken without crushing self-doubt. This mindset wasn't gifted to him. It was trained like a muscle. He taught himself to believe in the impossible. He programmed his mind to expect greatness from himself every match, every year. Even at 40, he walks onto the pitch believing he can score. And that belief often becomes reality. 2. Mental toughness in the face of hate. Ronaldo has faced criticism, mocking, insults, disrespect, and hate for years. No matter what he does, media and rivals always try to bring him down. Yet, he uses that pressure as fuel. Instead of letting negativity break him, he transforms it into power. That is mental toughness at its purest form. He does not fear failure. He does not fear age. He does not fear competition. Because in his mind, failure is only one thing: a lesson. This emotional balance is what keeps him performing under pressure. Penalties, World Cup stages, Champions League nights. Ronaldo thrives where others collapse. 2. Discipline, the part no one sees. Greatness is not achieved in public. Greatness is built in the dark, in silence, when no one is watching. Ronaldo's daily routine is extremely strict. He sleeps in controlled cycles, eats clean for decades, avoids alcohol, smoking late nights, trains multiple times a day, stays away from negative people, keeps his ambition alive every morning. This is discipline at a level most players can't maintain for 1 year. He has maintained it for 20 years. His mindset is not about being better than Messi, Mbappe, or Haaland. His mindset is about being better than the Ronaldo he was yesterday. That is why he is still unstoppable. That is why he is still hungry at 40. His body is legendary, but his mind is immortal. The greatest players in history reinvent themselves. They evolve, adapt, transform, and find new ways to dominate the game. Cristiano Ronaldo mastered this art. His evolution wasn't accidental. It was strategic, planned, and executed with intelligence. Ronaldo at 20 was a completely different player than Ronaldo at 40. Yet both versions were world-class. This transformation is one of the biggest reasons why he is still performing at elite levels. Who phase 1 team, the flashy dribblers, Manchester United era. When Ronaldo first arrived at Manchester United, he was a skinny teenager with dazzling skills. His game was built around step over space with dribbling, running at defenders, creating space with flair. He was an entertainer, unpredictable, fast, and fearless. But he knew this style wouldn't last long. Dribblers decline fast with age. He needed to evolve. Phase 2, the complete forward, Real Madrid era. This was the peak version of Ronaldo, the most dangerous and most complete player the world has ever seen. He combined power, speed, aerial dominance, shooting with both feet, long-range goals, precision finishing. He became more direct, more lethal, more efficient. Instead of trying to out-dribble defenders, he learned to beat them with speed, timing, and movement. His focus shifted from flashy footwork to scoring goals, lots of them. This version of Ronaldo became unstoppable. To phase 3. The goal machine, Juventus late Madrid. Ronaldo reached his mid-30s. He prepared for another transformation. Players at this age normally slow down, retire, or shift to less competitive leagues. Ronaldo didn't slow down. He adapted. He improved positioning, anticipation off. The ball intelligence, penalty box instincts. He didn't need to run past defenders anymore. He didn't need to spam dribbles. He became a striker with an incredible understanding of space. His intelligence replaced his youthful pace. For phase 4A, the aerial monster and finishing specialist, Nassr era now, at 40, Ronaldo plays smarter than ever before. His game is built on smart movement, quick finishing, finding small pockets of space, explosive jumping, powerful heading, experience and composure. He scores in different ways. 1. Touch finishes, long shots, free kicks, headers, penalties, rebounds, tappings created through world-class positioning. Instead of running 11 km every match, he conserves energy and uses it where it matters most. Final third action. This transition allowed him to remain effective, efficient, and dangerous, even without the speed of his younger years. The genius behind Ronaldo's reinvention, every reinvention was based on a principle: adapt or decline. The reason most footballers fade after 30 is simple. They try to play the same way forever. Ronaldo reinvented himself for your times. That is unheard of. His evolution proves he is not just an athlete, he is a strategist. He is not just a finisher, he is a football genius. He is not just physically strong, he is tactically brilliant. His mind and football IQ allow him to manipulate defenses, find angles, create space, and finish chances with ruthless precision. Why this reinvention matters at 40 today, at an age where most strikers lose effectiveness, Ronaldo is still scoring because he doesn't rely on pace, he relies on intelligence. He doesn't rely on dribbles, he relies on timing. He doesn't rely on stamina, he relies on positioning. He doesn't rely on luck, he relies on experience. He transformed from a winger into a striker, from a dribbler into a finisher, from a fast player into a smart player, from a young talent into a global legend. This reinvention is the reason he still breaks records. This reinvention is why defenders still fear him. This reinvention is why he remains relevant in 2025 and beyond. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just survive aging, he mastered it. The inner strength that changes your outer story. When people talk about success, faith, breakthroughs, or even miracles, they often focus on the outside. Money, respect, followers, opportunities, relationships, or social status. But the truth is, the real transformation never begins outside. It always begins inside. Your inner strength, your inner beliefs, and your inner identity shape every outcome you see in your outer life. This keynote dives deep into one powerful principle. When you strengthen what's within, life starts rearranging what's around you. And this is not just a motivational line. It is a spiritual law, a psychological fact, and a universal truth seen in millions of people's lives. Let's break this down into a full exploration of how inner strength becomes the force that changes your external story. The battle nobody sees. Every human being is fighting two battles at once. 1. The outer battle, situations, challenges, setbacks, people's opinions. 2. The inner battle, doubt, fear, insecurity, exhaustion, trauma, uncertainty. The world only sees one of these battles, the outer one. But the truth is, you only lose the outer battle when you lose the inner one. Most breakthroughs fail before they even start, not because the person lacked resources, but because they lacked inner resolve. Inner strength is not loud. It is not visible. It is not something you can post on social media. It is not something people clap for. Inner strength is the quiet voice that says, I will rise again. I'm not done yet. My story is not over. This setback is not final. God has more for me. When you build this voice, you become unstoppable. The truth about inner strength doesn't mean you never feel weak. It means you don't stay weak. It doesn't mean you never fear. It means fear doesn't control you. People with inner strength do not have perfect faith. They simply have persistent faith. They keep believing when others stop. They keep showing up when others quit. They keep trying when others say it's useless. That alone changes everything. Inner strength is built, not given. It grows through every failure you recover from, every heartbreak you survive, every challenge you face, every loss you overcome, every time you stand when everything pushes you down. And the beautiful part, inner strength becomes a magnet. It pulls opportunities, respect, clarity, and new doors toward you. Life responds differently to a strong inner world. Your inner world shapes every outer result. Let's imagine two people facing the same problem. Financial struggle, relationship disappointment, a job loss, or a failure. One person collapses inside. I'm not good enough. I always fail. Nothing ever works for me. The other person strengthens inside. This is temporary. I've survived worse. I am being prepared. I will rise from this. Same event. Different inner world. Different outcome. The second person becomes more creative, more confident, more disciplined, more courageous, more persistent, more hopeful. And that inner transformation changes their outer decisions, actions, attitude, energy, and ultimately their results. Your inner narrative becomes your outer reality. If the inside is weak, everything shakes. If the inside is strong, nothing breaks. KSHTR3. Why your inner world needed breaking? Sometimes life doesn't break you. It breaks your weakness so your strength can be built. You were not created to crumble easily. You were not designed to be fragile. But sometimes your inner world needs restructuring. Hurtful seasons, disappointments, and delays often rebuild your inner identity. Maybe you went through a season where you trusted the wrong people, you lost more than you expected, you were rejected after giving your all, you prayed for something that didn't happen, you waited for a door that never opened. These things didn't break you, they strengthened you. They forced you to grow a backbone, develop wisdom, learn patience, build emotional intelligence, recognize your value, set boundaries, raise your standards. Inner strength is rarely born in comfortable seasons. It grows in the storms. OSHTR4, the strength to walk alone. One of the biggest signs of powerful inner strength is this: you stop needing external approval. People constantly searching for validation remain weak inside. They are controlled by opinions, comparisons, gossip, expectations, pressure. They cannot build a powerful outer life because they are trapped in a powerless inner life. When you grow strong inside, you gain the courage to walk alone when necessary. You realize not everyone deserves access to you. Some losses are blessings. Some rejections are protection. Some people were meant to be in your story for only one chapter. Your destiny doesn't depend on who walks away. It depends on who walks with you. God. Once you master inner independence, outer independence follows. And life starts reshaping itself around your new strength. The inner identity shift, transformation, begins the moment you stop saying, why is this happening to me? Why do I suffer so much? Why am I unlucky? And start saying, this is shaping me. This is strengthening me. This is preparing me. Strong people do not deny problems. They redefine them. They understand that every season, good or painful, is influencing who they are becoming. Your identity is the foundation of your destiny. As your inner identity strengthens, you attract better people, better friendships, better relationships, better opportunities, better treatment, better respect, better decisions, better outcomes. People do not rise to their goals. They rise to their inner identity. CHTR6C, creating an inner world that can't be disturbed. The goal is not to control the outside world. The goal is to control your inside world so deeply that the outside world can't shake you. This means building 1, emotional discipline, not reacting to everything, not absorbing negativity, not carrying unnecessary drama. 2, mental strength, replacing fear with faith, replacing doubt with confidence, replacing insecurity with identity. 3, spiritual confidence, knowing you are supported, guided, and protected, knowing your path is unique, knowing nothing can block what is meant for you. 4, unshakable hope. Hope is not weakness. Hope is power. Hope is the fuel that keeps you moving when everyone else gives up. Once this inner foundation is built, external chaos loses its power. 7, When inner strength rewrites your outer story, a powerful shift happens when you develop real inner strength. You stop chasing things, and things start chasing you. Because inner strength improves your presence, increases your clarity, sharpens your decisions, deepens your confidence, expands your capabilities, attracts respect, increases your faith energy, boosts your resilience, and people feel it. Opportunities feel it. Life responds to it. You become someone who is ready, not someone waiting. Inner strength attracts outer miracles. EHT, your inner strength is your future, everything you desire. Peace, success, stability, healing, breakthrough begins inside you. If your inner world is healed, your outer world transforms. If your inner world is confident, your outer steps become bold. If your inner world is peaceful, your outer relationships become healthier. If your inner world is hopeful, your outer circumstances begin to align. Your future is not determined by what people say about you. Your future is determined by what you believe about yourself. A fine LINSIGHT, inner strength is not a personality. It is a decision. It is the decision to fight your inner war before you fight your outer battles. It is the decision to rise after every fall. It is the decision to not surrender your destiny to the opinions or actions of others. It is the decision to believe even when nothing makes sense. When you strengthen what's inside, life transforms what's outside. Because real change always begins with you. And there you have it. The untold truth about Cristiano Ronaldo at 40. We've explored how his body defies age, how his recovery routine keeps him unstoppable, how his mindset separates him from the rest, how he constantly reinvents his game, and how his inner strength shapes his legacy. Ronaldo's story is not just about football. It's about discipline, vision, persistence, and self-belief. It shows us that age is not a limitation, setbacks are not the end, and greatness is not reserved for the chosen few. It's built by those willing to outwork, outthink, and outlast everyone else. If there's one lesson to take away from today's video, it's this: your mindset, your habits, and your inner strength determine your destiny far more than talent alone. Like Ronaldo, you too can reinvent yourself, break limits, and leave a legacy that inspires generations. Thank you so much for watching and staying with us until the end. Your support means the world. Every like, comment, and share helps this channel continue bringing stories that inspire, motivate, and reveal the truths behind extraordinary people. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our community for more deep dives into the lives of legends like Ronaldo. And remember, greatness starts within. Until next time, stay motivated, stay disciplined, and keep pushing the limits of what you thought was possible. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Cool.